What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Son of a Boy Dad podcast. Today it is March 8th. It is Wednesday, and it is also 5:44 p.m.
Women's History
Day. Or no, Women's International Love
History
Day,
Month
something
or
like
some
that.
shit like that. Shout out Janine Garofalo and shit.
Shout out Greenwich Thunberg or whatever her name is.
Shout out fucking Margaret.
Shout out
Cho.
Greenwich Village. Before we get into
Greenwich Thunberg.
Before we get into things, I'm gonna be in Toronto next week, March 17th through the 20th or through the 19th.
Bro,
March 17th and 18th. I'm gonna be in Toronto.
You say Toronto.
I'm gonna be in Toronto.
There you go.
March 17th and 18th. The tickets are actually almost sold out, so get tickets to that. I'm gonna be in Moon Tower Comedy Festival. For people asking about that, to get tickets to that, me and Ronan are actually going to be doing a show there, together, I think on the 21st
of April. And
that is, you're just going to have to wait for the tickets to come out for that. I don't know when they come out. And then me and Francis Ellis, Barstool favorite, are going to be doing Cobb's Comedy Club in San Francisco, April 28th and 29th, 4 shows. And then I'm going to be in Detroit, Michigan on the 19th and the 20th at the House of Comedy. And then I believe on the 18th of March, I'm going to be in like Cleveland, Ohio.
The fuck? But Sass did just recently set the record of most dudes to shit themselves in the audience from laughing so hard.
I did. Where am I going to be?
These guys are launching themselves off their chair from shitting themselves so forcefully that they fucking
hell yes,
skyrocketing into the outer space. Like
absolutely.
Bezos' brother.
Yeah, I'm going to be at Hilarity's Comedy Club, Cleveland, Ohio.
Oh, great spot.
March 8th, May 18th.
I fucking love it there.
May 18th. And I'm only doing 1 show there, and then I'm going to Detroit, and I'm doing 4 shows in Detroit. All of those tickets are going to sell out, so make sure you get them. Toronto is very close to being sold out, so if you want your tickets and you hear this tomorrow, get them soon. Anyways, also all of those tickets can be found on lilsasquatchwebsite.com.
God damn, that's a bad name.
lilsasquatchwebsite.com. And that's
Lil
where
Sasquatch
all of that can be found there.
There's no way it was taken.
Yeah.
Lil Sasquatch itself was definitely just fine.
No, it was taken. They asked me if I wanted to do like a Lil Sasquatch with a bunch of numbers, and then they're like, what about Lil Sasquatch website? And I was like, that sounds ideal, actually.
No, I used to own roan.com for like 10 years.
Really?
Yeah, roan.com. Roan.com.
Why'd you give it up?
I mean, it's so fucking expensive. It turns into a bidding war. I used to work for a dude that owned...
I had to pay you $900 for Lil Sasquatch for lilsasquatchwebsite.com.
You got fucking robbed.
But no, I was like, I had to pay the dude that like made the website. I don't know, this whole thing.
I used to work for a dude that owned NewYork.com, and he would like talk about it like it was the fucking, like it was the biggest piece of real estate on the internet. Like,
Probably
he was like,
it's
$20 million for NewYork.com.
NewYork.com is a big one. That I feel like that would be like New York Magazine, like the New Yorker.
But I don't even think it is. Like I don't even think he's sold it yet. So I think NewYork.com still goes to like a website, like a hodgepodge website where you can buy like hats and canvases and like stupid ass shit. Let's see what New York.
Have you ever had a website? Did you ever make a website by yourself?
Roan.com, bro. Don't play me.
I made a website when I was young. I tried to make like a video game blog.
Really?
Yeah, and I used some weird like GoDaddy type website to do it. But
was it successful?
It was very successful, yeah. No, it failed. I was like 5 when I made it.
When I was trying to get hired by Barstool originally, I made a Tumblr called like Trouble Bubble. And I fucking misspelled some of the words. So it was impossible to search for. But I was like, they're like, you need to post 7 blogs a day to get on Barstool. So I was up there like blogging like literally 7 times a day about like the most recent bear story. Like bears on the loose in Maine. Like,
dude, it's so funny how the blog used to be such like the biggest part of Barstool. And now it's like, I mean, it still is big, but it's not like what like Barstool used to be a blog.
Yeah, only.
Yeah. And it's like, dude, they still do on like the Barstool Reddit. They still post like the blog drafts, and like one dude will post a blog.
What do you mean
gets
a blog
downvoted? Like it'll be like a trial blog.
Oh, people trying out for Barstool on their
People
Reddit?
trying out for Barstool, and like they used to do that like a long time ago, and now it's still like an automated post that they do, and they'll post it like every now and then on the Barstool Reddit, and one dude will post, and it just gets like 30 downvotes.
Do you ever get people sending you blogs?
Probably, yeah.
I do too, and it's like they suck so
I've never
no
read
one's
a
trying
full,
to read shit.
The
bro.
only time I've ever read, the only blogs I've ever read fully are KB's blogs.
Yeah,
Because
or
KB
like Francis has had some great
yeah, but
blogs.
even those, like I read them, but I don't read the full thing.
Right,
But they're hilarious.
it's too many big words.
It's too many big words. I'm like, dude, I didn't go to fucking Harvard.
Yeah,
I don't need to read this bullshit.
Encephalitis. It's like, bro, just chill.
Yeah.
Like, write a short sentence with fucking easy
Yeah.
to understand words.
Speak normal words.
Thesaurus ass. Fucking stacking words on top of each other.
I'm pretty fucked up.
Yeah, we were just at the.
I'm pretty drunk right now.
I love that.
Yeah, I'm pretty hammered.
We were just at the bar across. The
I'm looking
street.
at you. I'm seeing 3 of you right now.
Yeah, same.
I had 5 drinks at the bar, and now I'm on my 6th.
Yeah, we're Liddy again.
Yeah.
Liddy again.
What was that song? Hop in the coupe and get Liddy again. Well, who had that song?
Trey.
Was that Meek Mill? Or no, that was
It was Meek and Trey.
Trey Songs or something like that.
It was Liddy.
Or was it
Liddy again, Liddy again. We get Liddy again.
Hop in the shit of the Liddy again. I wish I was Meek Mills, man.
I know Meek Mill's good.
We were just across the street at the bar opposite the Barstool offices, just like talking to like a 70-year-old.
An anesthesiologist. And we talked to him for, had to have been 2 hours.
He was like, I'm an anesthesiologist. I was like, you got any extra?
Yeah. He loved that line.
You got any bonus anesthesia? Because I'll fucking take it.
It was one of those dudes that was at a bar by himself, and he was waiting to chime in, because I could tell he kept on looking at us, and he was waiting for the moment to chime in.
And he found it.
And he finally found it when I was saying that I was in Albany. And you were like, what is that, like 2 hours away? And he comes in, he's like, it's actually 3 hours away. And then
changed our whole body language.
Yeah. And then we just heard his whole life story.
Yeah.
He was a nice guy though. He's a cool guy.
Probably rich as hell.
Oh, dude. He said that he's an anesthesiologist, which is already
rich.
A shit ton of money. What was his wife?
OBGYN.
OBGYN. His
daughter was
an attorney.
Sachs. Yeah, she's an investment banker, I think.
Yeah, and then the other one was an attorney.
And the other one's an attorney. They're just rich as fuck. And
I think I said, I was like, you guys must have a pretty steady bankroll coming in. And he was like,
He was even like,
not enough.
My wife is I just went down to 21 weeks a year, but my wife's still working. Luckily, we got a pretty big house.
That's what he said.
He was the man. He was awesome.
He's like, luckily, our house is pretty big. I was like, man, you got to get her to retire with you so you can hang out. He's like, no, I want her to work more.
Yeah.
He's just trying to be alone in his big ass house, bro.
He was a cool guy. But yeah, we kept on being like, oh, wow, that's crazy. You only work 20 weeks a year. But we completely glanced over the fact that he said that he worked 30 years before that.
38 years.
Yeah. And the 20 weeks a year became a thing this year.
Yeah.
And we were like, damn. I was like, I got to get that job.
Yeah, that's fucking got to be incredible.
Yeah. And then I was like,
what do you guys do? Your podcast?
Yeah.
What do you guys talk about? Nothing?
Yeah, we don't do shit.
He's like, what do you talk about? Politics, sports? And we're like, no, not.
We were like putting down drinks.
Talking about you.
We were like putting down. No, we were like, we're going to go back and we're going to talk about this at the show. And because we told him we do a podcast, and we were just like getting fucked up.
He's like, what's a podcast?
Yeah.
It's like old time. You sit around your big old radio.
Yeah.
He's just old and fucking rich from Kentucky and shit like that, talking about horse racing. I'm
drinking
awesome.
one of these tequila high noons. I don't have it in the can because they were not in the fridge, so I put ice in it.
We have Game Time. Game Time, the exclusive ticketing partner of Barstool Sports, created by fans for fans. Game Time is a new ticketing app that makes it easier than ever to score last-minute deals on tickets to sports, concerts, and shows, and they guarantee the lowest price. That's right, the lowest price. They've cracked the code on how to score deals on last-minute tickets. It's possible with the Game Time app. The biggest last-minute price drops can be found on the seats you thought you could never buy. I love Game Time. Guys, it's springtime, concerts, tons of shows to go to outdoors. Start picking up your tickets now using the Game Time app. The purchase process takes just 2 taps and 10 seconds. And once you buy your tickets, they're delivered directly to your phone. Yes, a little phone that you look at all day. It goes right to your phone. The app allows you to easily share tickets with friends via text so you can get into the game seamlessly, skip the hassle, and enjoy the moment. Download the Game Time app or go to the website Enter your email and redeem the code BOYDAD. That's right, the code BOYDAD for $20 off your first purchase. Get on Game Time right now. Go see a movie, go see a concert, go see a show. We love Game Time. $20 off your first purchase. Get out there. Get out there.
Me and Moog talk about it all the time when we're on stage. We're about to go up and we go, dude, I feel like I'm going up and I'm big right now. Like you have like 3 beers. You're like, I'm a big guy on stage.
Before he goes up, he's like, there's going to be a whole lot of Harry up there too.
yeah. But now it's like I go up and I'm like, and I have a couple high noons, maybe a couple seltzers or a vodka tonic. And I'm like, dude, I feel good.
A little narrow ass
Yeah, I
doorway
feel
and you're like
narrow.
sideways through
Yeah.
it. And go, like,
I feel like I'm
fucking
not
off the beers.
sucking in on stage.
Beer is so gross for your stomach.
I know, but it's
And,
so fucking good.
Not just stomach, but like your side fat areas. Like if you
It's
have
everywhere.
like fat resting on your belt,
Yeah.
like if you have fat like dipping over your shit, if you look in the mirror and you like are like this,
Yeah. I'm like a fuck. Dude, they say like that hourglass figure. I'm the opposite, dude. It's like tight up here, and then once you get down to here, it just gets wide.
Yeah, what is that figure? The opposite of an hourglass.
What is it?
Skinny,
They call it like
wide,
like baby, like something hips.
childbearing.
Childbearing hips.
Yeah.
Childbearing hips. Dude, I have childbearing hips.
But that's usually because of your skeleton. Like your skeleton is so wide, not because the fat sitting on top of your skeleton has
No, bro,
nowhere
I got
to
a
sit.
muffin top.
Yo, same, honestly. I'll like look at myself in the mirror and I can like pinch it back to where it's like, oh, I look normal. I look big again. I look normal. I look fat again.
I can't do that with my sides because my sides it's not a ton of fat. It's mostly just like bone. Like the way that I'm actually built is like it's childbearing hips. But like I know what you're talking about.
You
when
should
you're
go
like,
trans, honestly. Like, bro, you should just bear.
I have a trans
should-
body.
Yeah, you should bear children.
Yeah.
That's God telling you that you should bear children. That you should be at a drag show, fucking popping.
Have you ever
pussy.
seen a trans dick?
The show's on one right now.
Yeah. Have you ever seen it? Have you ever seen what it looks like?
I got to.
Dude, they like take
Pull up
like
a trend.
skin. Dude, they take skin like out of their thigh
Yes.
and they roll it up like it's a fucking cannoli. And then they just stick the clitoris at the top. I know, right?
Dude, there used to
Sounds
be,
fucking awesome.
there used to be a show on FX, and it was called Nip Tuck, and it was like about plastic surgeons or whatever.
Yeah.
And one time, this dude on the show, Nip Tuck, like
That sounds like a battle rapper name.
Nip.
Nip Tuck. That sounds like someone that you're about to battle. Nip Tuck.
Nip Tuck.
Yeah.
You like to get your dick sucked. It's a bit much. But like it was like a very avant-garde show. Like you probably like they were showing plastic surgery, but like not the nipple, but like the rest of the boob. So like probably there's 10-year-olds jerking off to it and shit like that.
Yeah.
In one episode of the show, the dude has sex with a girl and right afterwards he finds out that she's trans and that she had, and they explain on the show that she had her penis flipped inside of her body and turned into a vaginal canal.
Yeah.
It's like and I was 10 years old jerking off to the show and I was like, that's what that's what they fucking that's what they do. And
Dude, I don't know much about like the male transformation. I know that for the women,
Luke's flipping it.
Oh my god.
Yeah. No, what do you mean? That's a good dick,
No,
dude.
looks like a
it's-
roll.
That's a thick ass
That
dick.
looks like a pocket.
That's a
pussy.
Coke can dick.
That's beautiful.
That's
Actually,
a massive cock.
well, it's wide as hell,
It's
but like
wide as fuck. But that's what girls want. They want a wide dick.
No, they
The
don't
top
want
of
that. Yeah, they do not want that.
the top
Dude,
of
that's what girls want. They want to fuck a trans dude.
the top of it is like the.
It looks like a normal dick from the
vape.
front.
No, but it looks like a vape pen. There's no head to the dick.
looks
It's
But
just
you
like-
see where the skin is taken off from the thigh?
there's a clear mouthpiece. There's a
Yeah.
clear place where, like a trumpet, where you're like, "Brrr."
Yeah,
You
that's
blow
fucking
into-
crazy.
No, it looks like a pocket pussy.
But I've heard that like when you're a girl, they just like, dude, there's like some sort of like inject or like some sort of surgery they give you that they just like extend the clitoris and it just becomes a penis.
Look that up.
Like I think like a clitoris.
Right? No, it's
the
like
clit, dude. The clit is just a penis that's just buried
it's
inside.
inside. Yes.
Yeah.
It's like a magician. a magician with like some ribbon who's just like
Exactly. The guy that's pulling it out of his mouth. That's what the clitoris is. It's a dick.
Yeah, it's a very dick.
So when
And
when you're eating pussy, you're sucking dick.
Yes, and
That's what you're doing.
So just come to grips with it that we're all bi and we're all trans. We're all trans, and like we just haven't unlocked it in us yet. And I think that's dope. I think that's
dope too.
I think it's dope as fuck. Like I think that us being trans is hella cool.
Dude, so you've been to the Stand, obviously.
Yeah.
I guess you've performed at the Stand. You did Matt and Shane's podcast at the Stand.
I wouldn't call that performing.
But you've been up on stage. So you know the backdrop?
Yeah.
That dude?
Oh yeah.
It's this comedian named Mike DiStefano. He died. But he's
related to Chris or
no. And I was watching it was like they reposted some mini documentary on the Stand Instagram, and he has this bit where he's like, dude, it's been in my head for days since I've seen it. It's so fucking funny, dude. He's like I walked into a gay bar again on accident. Or he was like, I walked into a gay bar on accident again. And then he's like, and a black dude came up to me and he said, I want to do violent things with your ass. And then he told me, he said, I want to do violent things with your ass. That's how I knew. And then he's like, I'm trying to overcome homophobia and racism at the same time. And he's like, I can't do both those at once. I don't know, dude. The delivery of his bit was like it was like very like Norm.
Yeah.
Like Norm Macdonald.
Yeah.
Dude, it was it's been in my head for like days. It's so fucking funny.
It is funny how an earworm just gets stuck in there.
Just like the idea of being like, I went into a gay bar on accident again. Like that bit is so funny.
Yeah, that is just a like precise way of saying that you're gay.
Yeah, it's so funny, dude.
Have you ever accidentally gone to a gay bar once though?
Oh yeah, 100. Not 100 times, but I've done it before. When I used to live in Chicago, I had a lot of gay friends, and there was like some people that I was friends with that were like gay, and there was some people that I was friends with that were like gay, like really gay, like very flamboyantly gay
with the wrist flip,
like they were sucking your
and
dick.
I was with a kid that I was like it was like me and this one other dude, and we were both like we were like the straight guys in the crew, and we were playing Call of Duty. And we were drinking and we were like pretty fucked up. And we kind of got to like the pregame and we were already like kind of getting hungover. And one of the gay guys came up to us and he was like, dude, you guys gotta come to this bar. Like, you're gonna have so much fun. It's a blast. And I remember like going there thinking it was just gonna be like a dive bar. Cause that's like what we would go to dive bars a lot in Chicago. And I remember we went there and it was like the gay, like drag queens, like the gayest bar of all time. Yeah. And I remember being there and I was like, oh my God, dude. I was like, what the fuck is
awesome.
this? It was actually, I mean, dude, gay bars are a fucking blast.
Especially if you're young, they buy all your drinks.
Oh, yeah, especially if you're a dude.
Yeah, true.
Dude, I live right near the Duplex is like one of the most famous gay bars in the city. And I've
Julius, I thought.
Julius is pretty big. It's not that famous though. It's like the Duplex. The Julius is. I live near Julius's, and I always walk by it, and I'm like, dude, that bar looks so fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Dude, it looks like a dive bar that you'd see in a movie.
Yeah,
but then you go in there and like, okay, it's cash only, and it's only gay dudes.
But it's dudes, like dudes know what a good bar looks like. So if it's only dudes, you know who doesn't know what a good bar looks like? Women. They're like, oh, are the walls
but you're
pink?
right.
Like
their idea of a bar is like being in a fucking packed bar.
Yeah. But the fellas know what a good ass bar looks like.
And those guys, you go there on a
Stone Street?
Dude, you go there on a Tuesday and it's packed. Everything else is closed and that gay bar is packed. But dude, I've been to the Duplex by myself. This was back when I was drinking like really, like I know this is not going to be a good representation of how much I drink now.
But you used to.
But when I first turned 21, I was getting fucked up all the time. That was my big thing when I turned 21. I was going to bars by myself. And I remember I was meeting someone at the Duplex, but I didn't know it was a gay bar. And I went in, and when you go into the Duplex, it's kind of like a karaoke, like a live karaoke, like when they play like
this is sick.
Yeah, like they actually play like instruments and stuff. So it's like real like music. And then you go upstairs and it's a full-on gay club. And I had dudes spinning me, spinning me around.
No.
And I'm sipping fucking I asked for a Guinness.
Dancing queen.
Yeah. I
They
asked
hit like
for-
a whole, like they hit pick you up.
Dude, no,
by your
literally,
hips.
I'm getting twirled around.
Did you get dipped?
Dude, I got dipped multiple times.
My boy.
Dude, they had Guinnesses. I asked for a Guinness. They didn't have Guinness in a pint, so they gave it to me in a bottle. And I'm sipping Guinness in a bottle, and I'm getting twirled around by gay dudes. And it was like,
Whoa!
I will never forget that.
What
I was
was
like,
your
dude, this
response
is
to
like
it?
the most fun I've ever had in my life. It was a blast. Like, those guys party.
You're in a goon pit.
Yeah.
Fucking, like
Those guys have a fucking
those guys will
blast.
blast on your face.
Yeah. No, those guys have a fun time.
For sure, because they're like the apex predator straight dudes, except for they love sex with men.
They love sex with men. They want to fuck me when they see me. But I let them know. I'm like, hey guys, by the way, I'm not gay.
Not yet.
Not
and
yet.
Yeah.
Yet.
And then that's when they
It's
start
still young.
twirling me. Like, we'll see. Let's give you a couple dips and a
couple
couple
twirls.
twirls, and then we'll see if you're gay.
Yeah, can we
And-
dizzy the gay out of
Yeah,
you?
and then I-
Whoa.
2 twirls in, I'm like, I'm sucking any dick I see.
I'm rock hard.
Like it's a tapeworm. Like you could dizzy the straight out of someone. Like, oh, he's throwing up his straightness, and now he's fucking gay as hell.
No, but the duplex is a fucking fun time. I haven't gone there in a while.
My I used to I go to Rehoboth Beach with my family on vacation. What do you got, Mook? What are you about to show us?
You guys-
Get it off your chest.
You made me Google it, and you have to see it. So there's the clit dick.
Oh,
Don't
that
like
looks
that.
more like a fucking.
Looks like Gollum.
That looks like a cone.
Scroll down more because I only see a couple of them. It looks like that dude in Philly that had the
It looks like there's one clit dick ever, and they're just showing the same
Yeah.
pictures
over and
at
over
different
again. Yeah,
angles.
he's wearing the same
Yeah.
underwear.
Okay, so maybe I was completely wrong. I apologize to the trans community because I don't think I know.
Well,
what I'm
we're
talking
learning
about.
over here.
and I'm just trying to educate myself.
We're
Is
putting
that
our
a
hands
crime?
up and sitting down. And
I'm
listening.
sitting my white ass down and listening.
We are.
I'm sitting my cis white ass down and listening.
Yeah, you're fucking hetero ass down and fucking listening. But we go to Rehoboth for family vacations, and a couple years ago, me and my sister got in a fucking argument. They like to play games, and we were mucking up the game. I was mucking up the game.
Have you ever when you got in like an argument with your sister, was it like detrimental to the relationship? I got in a big argument with my
Yes.
sister that we didn't talk for like 3 months.
It was heated.
Yeah.
Like everybody was sitting down the next day, like with massive apologies.
Yeah.
I was like demanding apologies. I was like, not enough.
Yeah. Yeah.
Apologize harder.
Yeah. Yeah.
Her husband's apologizing.
Oh yeah.
Like they're like it was like heated. Like I was instigating, getting under their skin as I can do. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
You know me. I'm an
Well,
asshole.
I would not want to be in an argument with you and the family at all.
It's crazy, dude. It's
I
crazy.
would not want to be
Crazy
a part
what
of
marriage is, bro. Marriage is just
Yeah.
having like a fucking argument sparring partner where you're just
Yeah,
like
yeah.
sharpening your sword.
that. I mean,
at all
I'd
times.
imagine your wife is also kind of like a hound in the arguments. I'd imagine you guys combined against someone. That's not the side that I want to
Well,
be
no,
on.
she didn't link up with me, but my sister and her husband linked up on me, and they were like, he was like bearing down on me. I was like, well it looks like you're mad.
I feel like even then the husband's going against you like that. You got to be like, fuck you, dude.
I mean, well, we have a really good relationship, and that was like
Yeah.
one momentary blip on it. But afterwards, I was like fucking pissed, like smoking weed outside.
Yeah, yeah.
My dad's like, all right, let's like go for a walk. Like, let's talk about it. Go to the bar. And we're in Rehoboth Beach, Delaware, which is like a gay.
yeah.
And we're like, let's go
And
to
you guys
the bar.
got twirled, and you're like, all right, maybe it wasn't that big of a deal.
No one was.
You got one dip, and you're like, we're good. This
There
is
was
not a
one
big
bar
deal.
open.
There's better things in life.
It was, bro. There was one bar
I'm
open.
seeing the
though.
grand picture now.
Yeah. There was only one bar open. Like we went down the main strip of Rehoboth Beach, and we got to the door of it, and it was like my dad was like anywhere you want to go, like let's just go out and fucking like ease it. And we got to the door of this gay bar, and he saw it was a gay bar, and he was like, I'm not going in there.
Dude, have you ever been to a lesbian
He
bar?
was like, nope, dude. And my dad is not that like he's not homophobic at all. Like he's so welcoming. He's like a very like
Dude,
open-hearted
first
Christian.
of all dads are homophobic.
Yeah.
Every dad is homophobic. My dad is like the least homophobic dude alive, the most homophobic dude I've ever met in my life.
Yeah.
My dad's like, dude, I love the gays. And then when like a
Till
like
they
a-
come up.
and then there's a
on my
movie
lawn.
there's a movie scene where like two dudes kiss and my dad's like, what the fuck is this?
Close your eyes. Close your eyes.
Yeah.
Call Me by Your Name's on. They're
Yeah.
fucking eating peach pits.
Yeah, my dad would actually kill himself if he watched Call Me by Your Name. He couldn't do that.
but he's like,
I for one think it's a great movie.
I got hard.
I got hard. I masturbated.
I masturbated.
All
And
right,
that's
got it out of
just.
me.
Yeah. All right, you got me. No. Have you ever been to a lesbian bar? There's like 3 in the
Yeah, I
world.
was gonna say.
Because, dude, I heard this from, I was talking to a gay dude, probably at the duplex, and they were telling me, they were saying, dude, like there's 2 lesbian bars in New York, in all of New York. There's like, dude, man, there's got to be 1,000 gay bars in New York.
Oh, dude, every bar's.
Every other bar, like where I live, every bar is a gay bar.
And
And
even
then-
if they're not, they have a.
But apparently, dude, the lesbian bars, they open up a lesbian bar, and the gays, they take it
Yeah,
over,
yeah.
and they're like, "This is our bar
like
now."
termites.
Yeah, they kick them out,
Eating wood.
and like the lesbians can still go there and they can have fun, but it's not a lesbian only bar. We went to a lesbian bar. I never went in actually because it ended so
Scary.
fast. It ended so fast.
Because you ain't gay.
I went with Jama,
Oh yeah.
and Jama went in. And I remember being like, dude, this is weird. I was like, I feel like this is like not weird because they're lesbian. Gotta make that clear.
I just don't think they're into it.
No, but I meant it was weird. It was
Weird
like,
because you
it,
couldn't get
it
pussy.
felt like we wanted to go to like a bar that we were gonna have fun at, and I was like, they were like, let's go to this lesbian bar. And then I was like, I kind of felt like it was like we're going in there like making fun of them, and I was like, I don't want to do this at all.
Right.
And then we left.
Told the camera crew to sit back.
We left instantly, but I remember it being like that's like a lesbian bar.
Did you ever watch the South Park where they're like they go to Lesbos or Lebo?
No.
Lesbos is a fucking bar that they go to.
No.
It's I mean, obviously they do a perfect job of making fun of it, but it does seem like there's not really lesbian bars like
Yeah.
that you could just like pull up at and be lesbian.
No, there really isn't a lot of them, dude.
Is
I
there
just
more gay dudes than lesbian sisters?
Oh, yeah.
no.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, dude, it wouldn't make sense. Like it's like a biological thing. Like there's definitely an even amount.
You think so?
Yes. I think there's a lot of like straight girls who make out with dudes
That's
or
about
girls
it, yeah.
or straight girls who make out with girls who are like,
Also, it's probably
look how
more.
cool I am.
It's probably more accepted to be a to be a lesbian or I'm sorry, bisexual woman than it is to be a
Yeah,
bisexual
that's what
man.
I meant. Like there's
It's
like,
more
it's
like
like
a
a
Dude,
phase, bro.
bisexual is something, and I don't know if this is wrong to say this. This is something that I don't even look at. I don't even like a bisexual. It's like I'm not even like that's not even something that like registers in my head. I'm like, okay, so you fuck. I don't know. Maybe I'm saying things that I shouldn't be
This is
saying.
the
We might have to cut
discourse
this
that
entire.
people
This episode might not go out.
No, we have no malice towards any of these groups.
No.
I got family members that are tons of. I
course.
also have black friends. You know what I mean?
My godfather's gay. Like,
Yours is?
Yeah.
Same,
Is
bro.
yours? Hell yeah.
I got
Dude,
family members that are gay and they don't
I
even know they're gay yet.
Bro, most people's
I don't think that was fun.
little ass kids.
That was good.
Bro, it's so funny to see a little kid be like,
Bro, I got
you know,
cousins who are gay and they don't even know.
a
I'm
child.
waiting to sit them down and be like, hey man, you're gay.
Take off the heels.
Yeah.
It's like, oh,
Why are you dancing?
You like cats? Like you're watching Broadway shows over here?
Yeah.
Like, bro, like I hate to break it to you, but like
Bro,
you're gonna
Rent is gay. It's your favorite musical.
Rent. I mean, yeah, Rent literally is about like the gay struggle.
That musical is phenomenal.
You saw it? Why'd your voice break?
Because I was hitting my vape. That musical is fucking amazing, and Tick Tick Boom is the best movie of all time.
Wait, is Tick Tick Boom the fucking,
Tick Tick Boom is about the dude that created Rent.
that's the one. 39 days.
39 day, 39 day. Yeah. Dude, that was one that I
I'll
was like,
never
I was like
watch that.
voting in forums to get that one to win an Oscar.
You entered the like
'Cause
Screen
it was
Actors
that
Guild,
good. It was that good.
the Writers Guild, so
Yeah.
you could vote for it just because of that.
Dude, you're in the Writers Guild. Why weren't you at the Writers Guild? Did you get an invitation to the Writers Guild like ceremony that they had a couple days ago?
I don't know. I am in the guild, and it's just proof that they'll let anybody in that bitch. Like,
Because
oh, you'll
my
pay.
buddy Marcelo from SNL, he did he had like a
Flex.
speech there.
You did?
Yeah, he gave a speech. He said he posted a picture on his story of him talking at.
Dude, all my buddies I have on the podcast. Like, I'll have a random buddy who's like, not even famous. You got SNL buddies.
I've been meaning to ask Marcelo if he wants to do the podcast, but I don't know if he can.
He can't?
I know there's they got like weird like they got I mean no I know like there's like I know Bowen Yang has a podcast,
But he's Asian.
He is Asian, but I know he has a podcast. I don't know if they're allowed to do like guest appearances.
There's
on
different
stuff.
rules. There's
I
different.
don't know if they're allowed to do
White
guest
guys probably aren't allowed
appearances.
to do everything an Asian
not
dude
even
can
tweet?
do on SNL.
I don't know. No, I don't think they're allowed to tweet. They're not allowed to tweet.
Well, Bowen Yang probably can.
No, I don't think any of them are allowed to tweet.
Yeah, they can.
They're not allowed to like use social media. They can like like Marcelo reposts a lot. I mean, I don't think he was ever a big Twitter guy to begin with, but he like reposts a lot of stuff. I don't think he ever really posts.
I think you can only do SNL stuff. I think it's like the most law abiding.
Yeah, and then there's like stuff when you leave SNL. Like, have you ever seen like when Andy Samberg left SNL and he was doing a bunch of movies?
Yeah.
And if you look, all of the producer every single time was Lorne Michaels.
It's definitely some shit where he owns everything you do, like
Yeah.
an oil baron. Like,
Dude,
no,
we
Lauren's
were
great.
talking about that at the bar. We were talking about Succession, and we were talking about how fucking Will Ferrell just slapped his name on Succession and probably made $20 million.
Yeah.
That's the same thing with like Lorne Michaels. I mean, Lorne Michaels has produced so many fucking movies.
It's probably so awesome for him to be like, I'm not funny, but I know who is.
Yeah.
And like, I have the secret formula to be like, you're funny, you're not funny.
Yeah, that's the crazy part about like that like SNL is that like Lorne Michaels was never was he a comedian? I don't think he was a comedian. I think he was just a producer, and he came up with the idea to do it. But like Dave, like when we have like here, it's like at least Dave is funny. You know what I mean?
And makes comedy stuff.
Yeah, at
where
least
he's
Dave. Yeah, at least he did. He like did his own thing. Like it's like obviously Dave was never a stand-up comedian, but it's like at least like in terms of comedy, he made his own comedy stuff for like fucking 20 years before.
Lorne Michaels is like neighborhood eats.
Yeah,
It's like, I don't cook, but I'll tell you if your food's good.
yeah.
I'm like going around being like, yeah, this taco's trash. And it's like, dude, can you make a taco? No.
I was
I'll
thinking
tell you
about
when your
that.
taco's trash.
I was thinking about that with Jordan's coffee reviews and how it's just like nothing against Jordan's coffee reviews, but it is funny to be like we have so many people that like review food. And it's like, it's just this like fucking this kid coming in and being like, I'm going to post this to 100,000 people. And I'm going to tell them that your fucking restaurant sucks.
It sucks. Kind of like, yeah, someone who's honing their coffee. I mean, even pizza reviews is probably like tough. Like
dude, if you own a fucking burger shop and you see Glenny come in, you gotta be like, holy shit! Like this is gonna make or Glenny.
you see a line of trombones
Glenny
behind.
likes burgers.
Yeah, dude.
And you gotta be like, dude, this guy is gonna make or break our restaurant.
Like,
Our
I
mom
hope
and
you
pop
like it.
restaurant. We had to take out a fucking loan.
Yeah.
Dude, we're in financial crisis.
Yeah, I'm
For this
$400,000
restaurant.
in the red.
Yeah.
And as long as Glenny Balls like says that he likes our shredded lettuce.
Yeah.
Or like you got to make it special for him, like a kid that only eats chicken fingers and like ketchup.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't like lettuce. So it's like if your burger spot likes lettuce, then or if your burger spot uses lettuce, you got to make it different for Glenny, or
Yeah.
else he's going to tank your business and you're going to be in debt.
But it
until
is
you
crazy
die.
that like, dude, it's like everyone can just start reviewing Feud right now.
Feud,
All right, I gotta take a piss really bad.
Family Feud.
I'm sorry, I haven't done this in a while. I haven't done like a piss break in a while.
I know, it's
but I have to-
because we're trash.
This is we're
enjoy it.
drinking. I gotta take a piss.
Go
I'll be
enjoy,
right back.
have fun, bro.
Yeah.
Have a fucking blast out there, man.
Just this
39 day, 30, 39 day.
Yeah. All right.
Bonjour, amigos. Today we're talking about Manscaped. That's right, Manscaped. Spring has sprung, and our friends at Manscaped, the leaders in below-the-waist grooming, have the best tools for some spring cleaning in your pants. Manscaped are here to change the way the fellas, can take care of ourselves and groom with the Performance Package 4.0. Inside this ball care bundle, you'll find the Lawnmower 4.0 trimmer, this elite electric trimmer that provides their proprietary advanced skin-safe technology. This trimmer is designed to trim hair on loose skin. The Weed Whacker ear and nose hair trimmer, which helps reduce nicks, snags, and tugs in those delicate nose and ear holes. And my personal favorite, the Crop Preserver Ball Deodorant. Who doesn't love your balls smell nice and fresh? Guys, I love Manscaped. I use it all the time. I got to keep my fire pubes down. We got to keep the red bush trimmed at all times. You never know. You never know what's going to happen. So make sure to pick up Manscaped, trim your ball hairs, trim everything. And you the Bonjour Amigos, the listeners of Son of a Boy Dad, can save 20% off and free shipping with the code SON. That's right, the code SON at manscaped.com. That's right, you heard me. 20% off and free shipping with the code SON at manscaped.com. Your balls will thank you.
39 day. That song sucks.
Sounds amazing.
When's the Oscars?
I think they
Is
already
it this
happened,
weekend?
didn't they?
No. Oscars got it. Grammys
Oh, the
happened.
Grammys happened.
Is the Oscars this weekend? I know your bitch ass didn't watch any movies.
I don't think I watched any of them. I didn't watch All on the Western Front, and I didn't watch Everything Everywhere All at Once.
You didn't?
No.
That one's fire. Actually, they're both fire.
Yeah, I gotta watch both.
Same
of
with
those.
that. Same with
Maybe I'll watch
Tar.
them
Same
tonight.
with Banshees of Inisherin.
You can bet on that, can't you?
Yes.
I'm gonna bet on it.
I'm
I'm gonna bet all Everywhere Everything All at Once.
That's gonna win. You
To win
should bet
Best
all
Picture.
your money on that because it's like minus odds. Like you
Yeah.
bet like $500, you probably win like $200 to win.
yeah, and they're Asian.
Right, which we've already established in this episode
Is an advantage.
in the elite race.
Yeah.
They're the
Well, it's
They're
a good
the-
movie, and they're Asian.
double bonus.
Double bonus.
Meanwhile, what are we gonna give it to fucking Colin Farrell, a
No.
fucking white guy,
Cis white?
a cis white, of a womanizing cis white?
No.
Or are we gonna give it to some Asian women and fucking Jamie Lee Curtis?
Or are we gonna give it to a
cis?
cis Asian?
Are they even cis?
I don't even know what cis means, to
Me
be fully
neither.
honest.
Me neither. But if it sounds fun to say, anytime you fucking,
I just
say
thought it was like a straight white dude is cis.
It is. I think that's what it. So you know exactly.
But it
what
could an Asian dude be cis or no?
Yeah. Cis just means they're straight. So
Is that?
It means whatever you were.
you're
Cis is a
assigned.
term that means whatever gender you are now is the same as what was presumed for your birth.
So you never flip flopped.
So I feel like that's got to be most Asians.
Yeah. Or most people. But that doesn't discount the fact that there's people who have flip flopped, and we support their right to do
We
so.
support that.
It's dope as fuck.
We support click. We
It's just
support,
funny
we
to
support
talk
click
about
clock,
'cause
clit cots, clit cocks.
How many times did that take?
You okay?
We fully support clit cocks.
You sound like a horse was approaching.
I know.
Click clock, click clocks, click clocks, click clocks, click cocks. It's just new. It's new, so it's like interesting to talk about.
I'm coming up with a new slur for trans women. It's clit cone dicks.
Who's that for to use?
Dude, the clit dicks is their cones.
But who's supposed to use that though?
I don't know. I'm gonna start using it somehow.
We're not.
Next time I go to the duplex, I'm gonna use it.
You're gonna be like, what? Whose click clock is this in my mouth?
I mean, I guess if you're sucking on a clit dick, you're pretty much just eating pussy.
Well,
right?
you're gay.
This episode rocks. This is awesome. This is the best one we ever.
You're gay, but
no, I'm not.
That's straight. It's straight, bro. You're
How are
good.
those big deals? They're
There's-
probably doing a number on your stomach. Not like these high noons.
No, I'm
Use
about to-
code SAS and get 59% off.
I'm about to Jackson Pollock my shit with this. Like it's about to be so violent.
You're gonna do what?
Jackson Pollock my toilet.
You about that Jackson Mahomes stuff? I was talking about it with John Rich, and we were talking about it. It is crazy that they keep on being like he's definitely paying off someone, like all these news people, to be like, oh, Jackson Mahomes assaulted someone. No, he sexually assaulted someone. You don't get canceled for assault.
We went to
You get canceled for sexual assault. That S is a big factor in the
whole
cancellation.
actual- yes.
we went to Kansas last year for the national championship, and Jackson Mahomes was at the bar that me and Tom
That you were
Mullins-
at.
And then every single person at that bar is like, he's the most hated man in the entire
Yeah.
city. He gets kicked out of that bar every week, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, no way. Like, he's right there. That night, he got kicked out.
Yeah.
And then this shit came out. I'm like, holy shit. Like, everyone at Kansas University was spot on.
Yeah, and he was wrapping his arms around that bartender.
He's
She was the owner of the bar.
Yeah, thinking you're gonna fuck the bartender is like that's your first time going to a bar.
I thought
I think I thought I was gonna fuck the bartender the first time I went to a bar. I was like, why is she serving me so fast?
Why is this dude being so nice?
Yeah.
Why is this muscular
I was like, why
guy?
is she literally favoring my orders?
Why is this Irish guy with good black hair?
Meanwhile, I've ordered fucking 10 drinks in the last hour.
Yeah.
She knows I'm gonna tip her 90%.
You're about to tip her so righteous.
Yeah. I'm gonna tip her double the order. Yeah, dude. That's
She's touching
like,
your arm like a Hooters waitress.
thinking a bartender's gonna fuck you is the same thing as thinking a stripper's gonna fuck you.
Way worse. Way worse.
I think it is worse. I think you're right. I think it is worse. It is worse.
Or it's like meeting Big Cat and thinking you're gonna get a job at Barstool.
yeah, yeah.
It's like, dude, that shit is not gonna happen.
Dude, you weren't. Was this? Oh fuck. You guys don't do the clips for the Yak anymore, do you?
No.
Neither of you. Fuck. Do you guys watch the Yak at all?
Yeah.
Did you? What was it? Was it
you
yesterday?
know what the Yak is.
Were
at
you,
least.
Rome? Were you there when the dude came up to the window?
Yes, I was.
You were there for that?
Yeah, he was like almost.
That was Monday.
It must have been.
Dude, that was nuts. Some dude just came up to the window, like he walked into the. I watched him because where I sit, I can see everyone that walks in. This dude walked into the Barstool office, sat down in like the waiting room, and
He waited a little bit.
he
and
waited
then,
for
and then
like
eventually
20
he was like,
seconds, and
"Now's
then he
my moment."
got up and he went over to the Yak room. And Danny, the security guard, was like, "What are you doing?" And he was like, "I'm going into the Yak." And the guy was like, "No, you're not."
And then he
And then he
tossed
threw
him out the
out.
club.
Yeah.
It's funny as fuck that Danny's our security guard because he's like.
We need Mike in here 24/7. Let's be honest.
But I mean, you saw Mike on that plane ride I was on, right?
Yeah, throwing up like a little bitch.
Yeah, he was throwing up.
But at least as long as we don't get,
Viciously.
as long as Mike's not a security guard on a plane, Mike is the security guard.
Legal.
Dude, Mike, Danny's been here for literally all of the action. Like they've all been here the same
They
amount
all
of time.
test Danny.
But Danny is the
He's
only
the
one
one
that's
that
ever
gets
been here
tested.
during the action.
And Danny's like, he's probably like 5'10", like, I mean, I'm sure they're all former cops, but like 5'10", like.
No, I have no doubt that Danny
170.
could beat the shit out of me.
But he's not like, like.
Mike is like
a big ass.
Pat's
dude,
a big
like,
guy, and
Mike's,
Mike
like,
is like, dude,
aggressive.
Mike's killed people before.
Of course.
Let's be honest.
No, he's like.
Mike's like he probably
He's killed
served a tour
innocent
in Afghanistan.
people.
Yeah.
He's definitely unloaded
And he was
a clip
committing
into
war
someone's
crimes.
back.
Yeah.
Like
Mike's got a strap on him at all times.
100%.
Yeah.
And like the people that he murdered did not
No, they did not need
do
to be
the
killed.
crime.
They did not need to be
much less
killed.
need to be killed.
Yeah.
But
He was like fucking what is that movie with Casey Affleck, the Boston movie?
The party.
No.
the town.
No. It's the one where the
Accountant.
Manchester by the Sea.
no. That's like the
Gone
only
Baby
other
Gone.
one. Gone Baby Gone.
Yes.
It's like when who dies in Gone Baby Gone?
Is it Morgan?
No, they kill an innocent guy and they know he's innocent. Like they find out he's innocent after.
I think I know what you're talking about.
That's like Mike was doing that work.
Yeah, he definitely was killed.
Yeah.
But he didn't lose a wink of sleep.
Oh no. Never even
Part of
thought
the
twice
job.
about it. Yeah.
Part of the job.
Yeah.
You got to kill.
What was this
some
supposed to do?
people.
Let
Part
him,
of the
what was
job.
this supposed to do? Let him walk free?
The amount of
He probably slept better those nights.
yeah, he's like the amount of guilty people I've killed.
yeah.
You can afford a couple innocent
Yeah,
people in
yeah,
there
yeah.
because the amount of good I've done over the years.
No, Mike is the man. They're all of them. I mean, they all, dude, I've gotten beers with them so many times and it's always a fucking blast. It's
Yeah.
the same thing as the anesthesiologist, dude. It's like, dude, getting drinks with those guys that are like old and they've been through it.
I mean, and they're not even that old. Mike and Danny
What are they,
are
like 70?
Nah, they're like late
Danny's like
40s,
38.
yeah.
I'm kidding. No, they're not that old. You're right.
But I know, but I 100% agree with you that like getting a drink with like a cop who's seen some shit is like probably a blast.
Dude, that anesthesiologist was telling us some weird shit.
Yeah.
like 30 minutes in, he's like, the amount of kids that I've seen have died. And I was like, bro.
He's like, my daughter's getting anesthesia. I wanted to be there because the amount of kids I've seen that have died. It's like, what, dude?
Yeah.
Or he's like, my daughter's getting her ovaries, or she's getting eggs removed because she's 27 and like she doesn't want to wind up being like 36 and not having kids yet. It's like, what, dude? I think you could have.
That was one that was like that was something that it felt like it was like he had to get something off of his chest. Because that was like I was like, why is he telling us this?
Yeah, he's at the bar.
Because the conversation was, dude, we were talking about fucking horse racing. We were talking about betting on horses.
You heard horse.
And then
he said horse racing.
Yeah. And then all of a sudden it made a transition into kids dying from anesthesia. And we were like, whoa. First of all, brother, we're pro-life.
First off, that's just not cool. So maybe try and listen to our pod.
Yeah,
before
maybe
you
go easy, brother.
Yeah, maybe you could have a little bit of time with your Lord Jesus Christ before you decide to murder the innocent.
Yeah. That was actually super uncomfortable. I went to the bathroom during that.
You went to the bathroom 4 times during the conversation.
Yeah. I let you take care of that one. I did not want to be a part of that at all.
Yeah, and then I went to the bathroom one time. Like, you went to the bathroom, I like kept the conversation
When you went to
going.
the bathroom, we just sat in silence.
Yeah,
we
I
didn't
came back
speak.
from the bathroom,
There
you
was
guys
not a
were both, like,
word spoken.
Face down. You were face down on your phone, and he was just like watching.
I mean,
the
dude,
Big
he was
East
like
tournament.
60 and I'm 21.
He was 70.
There
Yeah,
was nothing for us to talk about. I kept on bringing up comedians. I was like, oh, Dave, I was telling him, I was like, you're in the city for the week. You should go to the Cellar and go see his show. And I brought up like Dave Attell, and he was like, I don't know. He's like, am I supposed to know who that is?
Yeah.
And I was like, well, if you knew anything about comedy, you would know who Dave Attell is. Am I wrong for that?
No, he was like talking about like
Is that like, do you guys know Dave Attell?
Jack Benny.
Yeah, I've seen
like he was talking about
Yeah.
like old ass comedians.
Yeah, yeah.
He was like,
Richard
oh, I
Pryor.
remember the Andy Griffith
Yeah,
show.
George Carlin,
Even George Carlin.
Charlie
like,
Chapman.
George Carlin had specials after 2001 or like.
Yeah, he had post 9/11
I
specials.
think like September 12th he posted. I'm pretty sure it's right after.
So George Carlin actually had a special that was supposed to come out on 9/10.
But it got canceled.
And it was called I Like It When a Lot of People Die.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
It was something like that. Wait, what was it called?
It was something like that, but then he had to scrap the whole thing.
They had to delete the entire thing. It was called like
Fucking cancel culture, man. It's fucking bullshit. He can't just get his fucking jokes off. He can't just make a couple funnies about a fresh tragedy.
yeah,
you
it
be
was
the first one
it
to put
was
your flag
called-
in the moon. You
No,
know what
I
mean?
was dead on. It was supposed to come out on so it got released on September 16th, 2016. It was supposed to come out the day before 9/11.
Yeah.
It was filmed.
So how did they?
It
know to
was
stop
filmed.
it?
It was filmed September 9th and 10th of 2001, and it was called "I Kinda Like It When a Lot of People Die."
Yeah.
But how did they know to not put it out on the 10th? It was supposed to come out on the 10th.
No, they recorded it on the 9th and the 10th.
Got it. And it was supposed to come out the 16th.
It was probably supposed to come out. No, it came out. It's out. Like
But are you saying it came out 4 days after, or 6 days after, rather?
No, it came out. It came out. It came out 15 years later. It came out in 2016.
Oh.
But he
I understand.
recorded it the day before 9/11, and they're like, "We can never put this out."
Sucks that he died too, bro. Like
Yeah.
before it got put out.
Yeah.
He's the biggest comedian where people are like, aren't even like dying laughing, but they're just like, that's true. Like they're just like, oh,
Yeah.
that's, like, yeah, he's spot on with that shit. Like it's more like applause based comedy where it's like,
But it also he has a lot of like huge jokes, like heavy hitters. But it is. I agree with. It is a lot of like applause rather than laughter.
it's just like, yeah, like the government.
But I think that's a lot because of one of his last specials at MSG, where he was like doing that whole like abortion thing, like the whole thing. And he was making a bunch of like pro-choice jokes and making fun of like Republicans.
Huh.
Yeah, and that was, I think that's his abortion joke on one of his last. I think it might have been his last special at MSG. He had a joke about abortions, and it was like pro-choice, and that is probably one of the most clipped stand-up sets of all time. Like that specific joke.
that
Because
and
it's
your
it's
first 10-minute
always
set.
yeah. It's always so relevant, and I think people think because of that clip that he's like not like a comedian, he's more of like a preacher. But I think dude, he had some really funny sets.
You think George Carlin's funny?
Yeah.
Yeah, like you're going.
I mean, dude, he like changed comedy forever.
How so?
Just
I'm
with
not
like
disagreeing. I just
like
wanna
with
know what
like
your
the
perspective is.
the whole like fuck, shit, piss, cunt, piss.
7 words you can't say.
Yeah, the 7 words you can't say on TV.
Cocksucker, motherfucker.
Yeah.
First off, cocksucker.
But it was like no one else would have done that.
I agree.
And we still, I mean, obviously someone would have done it, but it was like right now we wouldn't have been in a time where it was like okay to say those words.
Even cock, I feel like you couldn't say cocksucker, but probably cock was tough to say.
Yeah, I mean, cock hits harder than a lot of other like dick words. It does. I mean, it really does.
Let's talk about that.
Like if you say like someone's a dick or you say someone's a cock,
Yeah.
it's like the cock hits way harder.
Like prick is like the most accessible one to say. Like, oh, you're a prick. Like, but cock, Like this guy's a cock.
Yeah.
I mean, I think calling someone a penis is like the all-time great.
Penis is hard.
No one even says that
Yeah.
though. It's
Always
like
is,
you're
brother.
a penis.
Always is.
This guy's a penis. Yeah.
Calling someone a penis as an insult is like a heavy hitter.
It's hard as hell.
You see-
Penis has always been hard as hell, bro.
Let's talk about the Barstool Sportsbook.
Okay, that's my favorite sports gambling
That's
app.
my favorite sports gambling app. It's actually the only one I've ever used.
It's the only
It's
one
the
to
best.
use.
It's the only one.
It's the only one
use.
to.
I didn't even
use.
know there was others.
I would never spend any time on any others because they don't have the exclusives that Barstool Sports
They
does.
don't. They don't have the picks and parlays from Big Cat El Prez and other personalities to follow or fade.
Oh, you can. Sometimes I'm fading.
I'm fade. Oh, don't. I'll fade here and there.
Oh yeah, I'll fade. I'll get faded.
They've got daily odds boosts, live in-game bets, money,
Move the line and teaser, so you can kind of. There's a little slider right on the app,
and you can just slide. You can just move that.
You want a
line.
couple
Just
extra
play with
points?
that line.
or you want to give a couple extra
You want to
points.
save some. Make it a little easier of a bet.
Yeah, make it a little bit harder. You could go either way you
Either
want.
way.
Trust the data, like our friend Stephen Che does with his bets that he gives out on the Barstool Sportsbook.
Exactly.
Tail him. It's basketball season. He's a great gambler. You want to make sure that you're tailing the right guys, and you can pick them all through the Barstool Sportsbook. Add Parlay Plus to a bet within the same games or across sports. It's easy to navigate and use. There's even data right across the top, like relevant data, how they've done in the last several games, what players are hot. There's a ton of information, so it's easy to secure, and it's great to register. It's more ways to deposit and withdraw. It's a really seamless, intuitive process, and you can download it today and create an account. And what's this? A $1,000 new player bonus. If your first bet loses, you can get up to $1,000 in bonus cash. That's awesome.
It's a good deal.
It's a really good deal. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Back to the show.
Do you watch Chris Rock's special?
Yeah, I watched Chris Rock's
I
special.
did not fuck with it. I thought that was so bad.
Oh, really? I was actually laughing out loud for a lot of it.
Really? I think he's like Chappelle, bro. Like at this point, he's just out there giving takes, and his whole description was like, "I hope I don't trigger anyone." I'm like, dude.
No, I thought he did. Like he definitely opened up with a lot of like the woke like complaining about like the woke racism, transphobia, homophobia, like all that stuff. But I think the way that he did it was a little more unique than other comedians who have done it. Like it wasn't like Dave Chappelle being like,
I understand what you're
I want to fuck a trans person. It's weird to see because I haven't been doing comedy for that long, and it's like you see people around you like Shane and like Normand, and you're like, oh, these guys are like the best comedians of all time. But then eventually someday,
It's like athletes.
like if I have children, they're gonna be watching Shane's fucking 14th hour and gonna be like, this is not good.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, hopefully not.
Bro, you're
But
hating, bro.
No, I'm not.
I'm kidding.
But it's like I guess like comedy does age. And it's weird to think about because it's like I watch them, like I watch Shane go up, and I'm like, I can't think of a single generation of a person who wouldn't think this is fucking hysterical. But
It's like a timing thing, right?
Yeah.
It's like the culture at the moment.
But then it's like, well, who knows what the comedy scene is going to be like in fucking 50 years.
I also think there's a element of it where it's like good jokes get told.
Yeah.
And so it's like if you have a good joke, like other people will have maybe not the exact same joke, but a take on that joke, and it's like you'll listen back to Chris Rock's like late 80s specials or whatever, and you'll be like, I've heard this.
Yeah.
But it's like, well, at the time they hadn't heard that, so
No.
it was novel.
But it's weird. It's very like tricky thing to think about because it's like you watch Shane or Norman, like Shane and Norman are like the two like the biggest people that I think of that I see regularly, and you see them go up and they fucking destroy, and you're like, it's like the only like Shane, Norman, Joe List, like the people that like you watch, like that you go and you watch because you're like, these guys are fucking amazing at comedy, and you wonder, you're like maybe like Chris Rock was at a point that he was like maybe Chris Rock, like, cause it's like you watch fucking like Charlie Chaplin or what is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. And you're like,
Chapman.
dude, this guy, like, how were people finding this funny? Like it's like very like Jim Carrey, like very like physical comedy. And then you watch Shane and you're like, dude, this guy's like, he's smart and he's fucking hysterical.
Like 6 steps on
So
stage.
yeah, so you're like, I wonder if he'll ever even get to a point where his comedy's not hitting the same as it used to. And I'm sure for someone like me who's seen him, like who's like watched him like explode, it's like you're like, I'm gonna be like, oh, I'm probably always gonna think that Shane's hilarious. But then like you wonder like, okay, the younger like fucking 50 years from now, then maybe there's generations that will be like, no, he's not as funny as you think he is.
And it's almost like a privilege to age out of comedy.
Yeah.
Like the people who have gotten to a point where it's like, they're so funny. And I mean, Chappelle, people are like, Chappelle's hilarious. And
But
then people are
Chappelle,
like,
the thing is, Chappelle is
universally
like,
hate Chappelle.
but-
And it's like, that's like a privilege. He's gotten to a point where he's in everybody's
yeah.
frame of reference.
Yeah.
So many people have a strong or negative
Yeah.
opinion on him.
Yeah, and that will happen. I mean, Shane and Normand are in the same, like, I don't know, like, I don't know if it's just because I've been doing comedy for like such a short amount of time that I've like seen these people explode, and I'm like, I know that they're gonna be like the next like it's like right now it's like Shane and Normand, they're close, but they're not quite as like a fucking like household name, but
Right.
like they're going to be within the next 2 years at most. Maybe in the next year they're gonna be household names, and it's like you wonder like how long is that? Like how sustainable is it?
Yeah.
Because you'd like to think like as like me doing comedy, I'd like to think like, okay, I can write jokes that work on stage, and like how long are they going to hold up for? But it's like, yeah, I don't know. It's like you get like aged out of the times. It's weird.
I also
Bob
think
Dylan,
that
the times they are changing.
That's a fact about Dilly, but I think that it's also when you get to a point of success, it's like, what is your complacency level and how assiduously do you try and stay on top of the game and be like, I'm going to have something fresh and I'm going to have something new. And like, I'm going to be removed enough from my act where I can see what's really good and what's really funny. And I think that applies to comedians. I think that applies to actors. I think that applies to musicians. Where
Yeah.
it's like, I'm not going to be wrapped up in my own hype where people tell me I'm great, but I'm going to see what's actually funny. And there's like a self-awareness and like a universal awareness that comes with that shit.
Yeah, it's very interesting to think about.
But also you can look at like, it's not like every old stand-up act sucks. Like,
No, they don't. Like if you look at like old like Robin Williams stuff or like Steve Martin.
those are 2 CDs that I had when I
Yeah.
was like growing up, like Robin Williams, Steve Martin, like I
Yeah.
had, or like Rodney Dangerfield acts,
Yeah.
like that.
Or even like Bob Saget, Gilbert Godfrey, like they're
Bill
all
Burr at this point.
yeah, they're all like
Richard
they
Pryor,
all
like,
they all
fucking-
hold up.
Yeah.
But it's like I don't know if it's just because like I know Shane and like I've seen Shane a bunch, but it's like I see him go up and I'm like, dude, this is like the hardest I've ever laughed in my entire life. And it's like, but it's like you wonder like how long, like it's just, it's not like in any way like a Shane thing. It's like how long does that last for any comedian?
It's got to be crazy. But we saw him at the Super Bowl and I was like, bro, you pitched a perfect game.
Yeah,
Like, that was
he's like the
every-
best. He's the best comedian right now.
Or it's like if you're a boxer, like every punch you threw landed squarely. Like it like landed exactly how you wanted it to land. It was like,
Dude, it's like anywhere I go, everyone's talking about him.
yeah, even in the bathroom, they're like, who's that fucking guy that went, I
Yeah.
came to see Bert? Like that guy's
Yeah.
fucking crazy. Like
Yeah.
people were loving it. And it is funny as fuck. I mean, it's
But it is a very weird thing to think about, like that. Maybe it's just 'cause it's like my age, but it's like that to think about that, like that could age out.
it is funny too that there's no one. You have to put a certain amount of sweat equity into the game
Yeah,
before you can be considered that. Like he's a young comedian. He's what, 34? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you're it's not like there's like a 21-year-old dude that's like, oh my God, like
No,
he's
no,
fucking
no.
doing it.
there's
Like,
no
you
one
need
my
to-
age that's like that.
Yeah.
There's people my age, like I mean, and I think I do well on stage, but there's like people my age that are like
Of
that
course.
do very well. But it's like no one's like leaving the stand or the cellar or something and be like, oh, that 21-year-old was fucking next level. It's just it comes with age. It comes with time doing it.
Do you ever watch The Marvelous Miss Maisel?
No.
It's a pretty good show. It's about stand up though. It's about comedy and there's a bunch of shows about comedy, but it just gives you different perspectives. Crashing was a great show about comedy too.
Yeah.
Do you think when they get old though, they just want to like be hurt? Like for example, Chappelle, his past 2 specials has more been like takes, and even Pete Davidson's like gave off takes more than he told jokes because that's when people hear from him now.
Well, like Chappelle is like I know Chappelle goes up at the stand, he goes up at the cellar, and when he goes there, he'll do like an hour and a half. Yeah. Like he'll go up on stage, he'll do jokes in the beginning, and he'll fucking murder. And then he just gets into like his preaching mode where he's like, he likes having an audience listening to him.
Yeah.
And that is, in my opinion, it's like you wonder, like what, like I like it's hard to be in his position and like not be weird about it, because it's like he's been doing comedy for what, fucking 50 years, 40 years, 30 years, however
20
many
years, 10 years. 5 years.
Yeah.
7
He's been doing comedy, but he's been doing comedy forever. And it's like you like how do you
teens, yeah.
when he like his first special was his best special, in my opinion. It's fucking.
You think so? Is that the one in DC?
The one where he's wearing like the baggy, like the shirt.
Is he talking about that he snuck the baby in the club?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's incredible.
It's fucking hilarious. And it's like you wonder, it's like, and that was like the special that made him who he is. And it's like you wonder, you're like, how, like who, I don't even know how to like describe it. It's like how does someone get that big and not become like egotistical? Like when you're in a front
right,
of
you can't talk about
when
like
you do
diner food.
Yeah.
When you're fucking making $600 million.
When you do a special and it becomes one of the probably the biggest special of all time, right now. It's probably the number one. Like his number one special is probably the biggest special ever. And it's like, how do you do that and then perform in front of arenas and theaters and stadiums and like have 20,000 people actively listening to you? How do you not become like someone who's like, people want to hear me talk?
That's why you got to quit, man. That's why you can't be doing this comedy shit, man. It's only going to lead you to a bad place, even if you get good at it. You know what I mean? People will call you transphobic because you're talking about girls have ugly clit dicks or whatever the fuck you were saying earlier. You know, it's going to put you in a bad spot. People are going to clit that, whatever the fuck they're going to do.
Yeah, I don't know.
Fucking be on top of it.
I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm pretty fucked up.
I know, it's been a blast.
And I feel like I'm fucking.
This is one of my favorite episodes.
Yeah, it's easily.
I'm saying dumb shit.
No, you're not. You're saying true shit, and you're fucking speaking your truth, and I'm fucking here for it. It's the best.
No, I'm being a fucking bitch ass right now,
dude. You're allowed to talk about what the fuck you're talking about. It's like, oh,
well, did it sound like I was talking down on any of the comedians when I was just saying that?
No, not at all.
You spoke nothing but highly about.
Yeah,
I think that there's like,
I just think it's gonna be like this is my first time being friendly with people who have exploded in the comedy scene, and it's like you want to see how long they're gonna last, because like in my head it's like, well, they're gonna last forever, but then it's like when they grow. And like decades pass, like who knows how big they're like you see like Andrew Dice Clay does shows at the Stand.
Yeah.
And like he does well, but it's like he's okay. He also sold out MSG and now he's doing shows at the Stand.
Right. You get to a new stratosphere and there's going to be a whole
there's big ups and downs
that have opinions on you, and a lot of those opinions are not going to be positive.
Yeah.
Like there will be a whole new class of people that have a negative opinion.
Like if I show one of my little sisters George Carlin, they'd be like, "What the fuck is this?
He's bald."
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. I'm not trying to make like any like slights at comedians that I
don't think you
respect a lot.
Yeah, you're good, bro. I don't think you got to worry about it.
What are we at?
We're good.
Yeah.
All right. Holy shit! It's already 7.
It's 7:00, dude.
That's what happens when we record at night. The takes come out.
Yeah.
Takes come out at night. The takes come out at
big
night.
Shit coming up from Boy Dad though, starting next week.
Yeah, a ton of big shit. I mean, Sass led off the show with a bunch of
like what?
What big shit?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna announce it, but
say
we got someone. We got someone in the holster.
Who?
Shut up, Sass. You know what
know
what the answer is.
No.
Sam Talent?
No.
We got someone helping behind the scenes that's gonna be coming back.
Oh yeah.
And you've been owing a lot to him, bro. You've been
You owe.
Well, I thought we were stopped recording. I didn't know that we were still going.
All right, let's end.
Wait, but let me see when Sam Talent was supposed to come, because he was.
Gardini's gonna come on Monday.
This Monday.
Yeah. Sam Talent's gonna come. Dumbfounded wants to come on.
Oh, hell yeah.
Adam
We should
Friedland was
definitely have Dumbfounded.
asking to come on.
Boy, that's better.
Oh, Sam Talent said last week of March.
The freaks come out at night.
All right, should we do these ads?
Yeah, I haven't sent. Let's end the show real quick.
R.I.P. to Penny. R.I.P.
Yes,
to Penny.
R.I.P. to Penny.
R.I.P. to Penny. Best girl.
Yes.
She was just a great girl, great dog, dignified, peed on her pee pad until the last moments.
Hell yes.
We took her outside to poop, and she was trained to poop. It would be every couple days, and then we put her down, and finally her last poop came out of her, and it meant a lot, man. The whole only thing I was thinking was like, man, that's so fucking what a fucking relief that last poop that she evacuated her bowels and she got that last poop out.
She finally unconstipated herself.
It was incredible. But shout out to the whole Boy Dad crew for being supportive of Penny, and shout out to Penny for
Yeah, I didn't get one DM today asking where the episode was.
yeah.
We announced it. Yeah.
There was tweets?
Yeah, we announced it yesterday.
DMs on Instagram.
I didn't get a single DM or tweet.
So what do you think that means?
They're paying their respects.
Yeah,
They know
better.
what's up.
They better, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, the goat, dude. Nothing like having the love of a dog. When we were across the street at the bar, just talking about dogs for hours. You know,
Yeah.
Sass has had his shout out your dogs that have gone.
Shout out
man.
my fucking 15 dogs who have been put down.
Yeah, man. Sass has been through, bro. That's my first dog.
We put down our dog.
What's some of their names, bro?
Jack, Tess, Claire, Buddy.
God damn,
When
bro.
we put down my dog, my dad went to the vet and he came back with a shovel and a box.
Oh,
That was
Jesus
crazy.
Christ.
We're like, holy shit, we didn't know it was going to be put down.
Dude, I've never had anyone in my family die. And the entire time that I was thinking about like I remember when Jerry posted that video of like his fucking grandma.
Her ashes is so insane.
yeah.
dude.
And I was thinking about, I was like, only my dogs have ever died and we have their ashes. And I was like, dude, I can't imagine fucking spilling that shit. That would be a
Like all your
nightmare.
dogs' ashes
That
lined
would
up
be a
like
nightmare.
a spice rack, like all
Dude,
like powder,
they're always
powder.
They're all, and I remember I never even knew what they were, and they're all in these like fucking fancy ass
Urns.
boxes.
Yeah, boxes.
And I remember being like, dude, and I saw that Jerry video, and I was like, dude, if I was a fucking human in there, and you're spilling that shit all over the ground,
Oh my!
and he's
God.
vacuuming it up. Wasn't he talking about going to his fucking like family members' houses and stealing some of his grandma?
Her lower half.
Jerry's the funniest, bro.
Yeah, Jerry's hilarious. All right, well, we'll see you guys all next week. Thank you guys for all listening.